Yeah, they have been here.
Hey, girls. You guys look so cold. Come on. Let's eat.
Oh my goodness. They're like, oh.
Hi there.
Aw. Hey, girl. Oh, she's got icicles on her.
I hear you. That sucked. Sucked for us all. But it sucked way more for y'all. We're gonna lay this down. Okay. Y'all are probably gonna rip that part out. Don't eat the cardboard. Come here. Dang it.
It sure is cold, but wow, it's a beautiful morning. We tried to get the donkeys fed and they're okay. They're just really cold. They have a bunch of snow and ice on them, so we put a couple of blankets on them and they're a little weirded out, but I think in the end it'll help them warm up a little bit. It's so cold. Whew, my face is freezing as I'm like standing out here. Our power is back on, thankfully, but we still don't have water or Wi-Fi. So John Mark's gonna work on the water. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi is a power line down in the area, so that might take some time. Yeah, so we'll just be hunkering in here. We brought the chickens in last night and Rutherford is making his rooster calls. Update. It's been probably 6 hours since we checked in. Our power our power came back on, went off again. So here we are with nothing to do. We're a little bored. We don't have power, we don't have internet. We just really weren't prepared for this. How would you prepare next time?
Move to Mexico.
We also don't have water. But you've been trying really hard.
Well,
You've been doing everything you can.
as soon as I get close to being able to thaw out the pump house, the power goes out, and then it just freezes again.
Yeah, we're just bored. I mean, we can't really do like house projects because it's either too cold or they require power. And we can't really watch TV or movies because we don't have like a DVD player.
You need power.
Oh yeah, you need. Oh, you need. Duh, you need power for all of that stuff.
Yep.
Yep. We weren't set up for success here. But next time, this has been a learning lesson for us, and now we know what to expect. So next time we'll be prepared. Yeah, I would say taking them in was a lot easier than putting them back. Oh man, that wind chill. Holy guacamole. They're not gonna walk through the snow, babe. There's no way. So are mine. Can you pick them up?
Yeah, my hands are cold.
Just throw them in there.
Oh, they're easy.
I don't want to get poop on me and not be able to take a shower. You're almost home. You're almost back to your spot. just decided that we were going to make a beeline from our spot just so that we could have running water, since we have been basically out of running water and internet for almost 24 hours now. So we hope we made the right choice. We think we did. But the roads right now are just nuts. Yeah, so we're just going to take it slow and be safe. So we came to our rental. The water was off here. It wasn't working. John Mark just spent like 2 hours defrosting the pipes with a hairdryer and a heat lamp, and he gave up. And then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. We have some buffalo chicken strips and just put a little ranch on it. We're starting to run out of fresh food, so now it's just a bunch of freezer food. But we're very, very lucky that we have a ton to choose from. So we are on day 4 of the snowstorm, and as you can tell, it's still snowy out. This has been like the longest winter storm ever for Texas. I guess it's been like the worst storm in 72 years or something crazy. We're just not getting a break. It's snowing currently, and it's been freezing temperatures all week. So the snow will melt and then it'll turn to ice, and it's freezing. As you can see, the trees are frozen. We feel like we're in a bubble here. We haven't lost power all week, which has been really nice. When we first got here, the water was frozen, the pipes were frozen, so we had to spend like 3 hours getting them thawed. So we've had water ever since, clean water. We're very fortunate for that. There are tons of people in Texas that are without power and running water or clean water right now, so we're just very fortunate that we are in this position. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, John Mark has been going back every day to check on it and make sure that the donkeys are okay, that the chickens are okay, that they're fed. But our power is still on the rolling blackout. And I think they're saying that the rolling blackout will be through today at least, and we're losing power for an hour and a half every 3 hours. So we're getting through. We're very, very, very lucky that we're in this spot where we have a nice warm place with running water and power and internet. And yeah, we're just hoping for warmth this weekend. It looks like it's going to be around like 40 to 50 degrees Saturday, Sunday. So cannot come soon enough. I'm freezing out here. It's like 27 degrees.
Alrighty, good morning. On the first day after the ice age of Texas 2021. Luckily we had a backup house for the last 3 nights because this place, turns out that the well pump house is nowhere near insulated enough to handle any kind of temperatures where it might freeze. We couldn't trickle our pipes because of the well pump house needs electricity to pump the water from our well into our house. And so with the electricity being cut off at the plants, our pipes froze over and then proceeded to explode because there are old pipes in there. So that was fun. So I repaired all these things. You can see where they it exploded right on that piece right there. But these pipes were nice and old, and so it was probably inevitable that I'd be doing that anyway. So I got those taken care of, got it all thawed out, got the water running again, pump was running, and then they cut the power again. And the other quarter of pipes that were in there decided that they wanted to get replaced as well. So we had to call it, and we luckily had a backup house over at the house that we're renting. We've got that house till for another couple months, and so we luckily had that house that we could retreat to. We packed up all the animals and headed over there and just hunkered down over there. Luckily we had electricity and water over there for the majority of the time, so we were in a good spot compared to most in Austin, that's for sure. And then I would just drive back each day to check on the chickens, feed the donkeys, make sure they were all good. And they seemed to weather the storm pretty good. So all in all, we're pretty lucky. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to get in here today and try to get this pump house all back in ship shape, get our water running, since it's supposedly supposed to be above 40 degrees today. That shouldn't be too terrible. And then, yeah, hopefully we can get this place back together so I can bring the boss lady back over and all the other animals, and we can get back to work on this place. So, here's to a fun day. Stopped by yesterday, wanted to check up on the donkeys and chickens. I rigged up a little water catchment thing. We were running low on the donkey water, mostly because it had all frozen over. And so I rigged up some old 4-inch pipe that I had, and I figured all the snow would start melting on the roof. So that's what I got going on with that. The water's melting like crazy now. Slowing down and hitting this old piece of siding and going through this 4-inch pipe into the donkey water. And it's actually filling it up pretty good. Oh. I mean, this ice is like 8 inches thick in there, so hopefully we'll get this thing filled. There's plenty of snow on the roof up there, so in the meantime, I'm gonna try to get our actual water turned on so we can actually water them like normal. Well, first things first, we got to try to get these pipes unthawed. I've got our trusty Dyson heater here that typically is in our bedroom. We're just going to put this in the pump house and see if we can get it warm in there. It is beautiful in here. You can tell the shoddy weatherproofing that they had going on here, but this is just bare metal. They tried to seal this up just a smidge, but it's nothing special. I can guarantee you that come next storm, this is going to be the most over-engineered pump house ever, and it should never, ever freeze over again. But here's what we had going on here. First, this pipe down here bust open, and so you can tell that I replaced all of this down here, and a bunch of the pipes down here. We got it loosened up. Seemed like it was in a good spot, and then the power went out and it froze again, and it exploded these guys, which was nice. So I went ahead and replaced all those. Seems like they are in a good spot. No crazy leaking or anything like that. There is a little leak right there, which could be because this guy has seized up, so I'll probably be replacing that. Yeah, this is still frozen here, frozen solid. I'll walk you guys through our pump setup. Obviously this has been here for a long while, but this is our main line that goes down to the well. It pumps the water through here, comes through. We actually have some pressure in there, which is nice. Comes through this pipe and goes actually to our outside cistern, just a big water tank that is a holding tank, and then it comes back through this line into our pump, which pressurizes and pushes all the water to our house. And it comes through here and down and goes to our house through this line right here. So that's what we have going on. Here's our pressure tank here that puts air into the line and pushes that stuff forward. So I think our issue right now is the line that is coming from the water tank has a big old block of ice in it, and so our job right now is going to be to get this thing unthawed. So this is the little pump house here. It looks like a junkyard at the moment because I tried to tarp this thing over to prevent, we'll try to keep the warm air in there, and then whoever was the smart one to do this left all of these. This is the main pipe from the water tank here, and they're all exposed, so those things are real good at getting frozen. And here's our water tank here. Just popped off the top here, and there was a layer of ice in there on that thing, so had to get that broken up. So that was another issue to add to the bucket of issues. Well, the heater's been in the pump house for about an hour. I'll go check it out to see if we're making any progress with this thing. Nothing yet. You can kind of see in there. This is the pipe that is coming from the outside cistern, which where our water is. There's actually some ice moving around in there, so maybe we'll have some movement here shortly. I might go grab a heat gun. Seems like my breaker has flipped from too much power on the heaters. So let's get this thing started back up. Oh baby, we got some running water in here. Definitely have a little leak, which is all right, but great news, we have some running water. And so I'm hoping that means that we might be able to get some water pressure. So we fix this leak and we might be on the vinyl stretch. That is not good. So we're gonna have to figure that out. The trip over to the hardware store was seemingly successful, so I think I have everything I need. Luckily I needed a kind of obscure part because everything else in there was very empty. Everybody and their grandmother has been at the hardware store getting plumbing supplies today. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing back up and running. So we'll see how this goes. Well, the time has come where we test out and see how we did. Crossing our fingers over here. Oh, we gonna cut the water lines back on. So far, no leaks in that. The real test is whenever we cut the main power on. See if this thing will hold pressure.